Welcome, everyone. We have quite a few people in the chat to Inquiring Minds, episode 25. And with me, as always, what's up? Comquistadork Javi.
What's up, Hialeah, man? Happy to be here. Another episode, Inquiring Minds,
where we get to know people in the community. This week is going to be a little bit different. Our guest tonight is on YouTube. He actually has two channels, Old Goats, Young Bucks, and Man of Action Figures, which is also his online store that he sells collectibles. I've known this person for probably 35 years, 40 something, and I can't wait to interview him, man. I should know some, but I'm dying to learn the rest. So without further ado, Randy, Man of Action Figures.
What's up, guys?
Hey, what's going on, Randy?
How you doing?
Good, man. Thank you for inviting me on, man. Happy to be here.
Thank you, man. I've been on your show quite a bit, so this is a nice little difference. And we're gonna get to know you, man. You're gonna get to meet a lot of people in the community that we have, which we got 9 already watching, man. Who do we got?
We got, of course, Unruly Simeon, always throwing down the peace sign first in the chat. What's going on, Unruly? Rob Boswell, backseat driver. Mr. Gretzky, what's going on? The Coach Vic, what's going on, Coach? Got Edwin Diaz, the Mastodon. He was in here last week. Awesome, man. More people are strolling in here. Steve Whiting, Luciano Sanchez. What's going on, man? Well, thank you, everybody, for being here.
Thank you so much for being here. So I'm going to start off first saying a little backstory. I've known Randy, man, I think since you were maybe 12, right around there. And I think I was probably like 16, 17, 18.
Yeah.
And I think the first time we got to hang out was actually at a wrestling in the Miami, the convention center.
James L. Knight Center.
The James L. Knight Center, man. And we saw Dusty Rhodes, the Road Warriors.
Dang, nice.
Bro, it was amazing. I think you got me in some kind of wrestling move after the show or something.
Flair, remember Ric Flair was out there?
Ric Flair, man, the Road Warriors with all the freaking gear. Oh, dude, that was epic, bro. So we, I was working at Publix. Randy was growing up, and I actually later on I was his boss for a while. He came to work at Publix, and then we kind of lost touch. And Randy,
like 10 years, right?
Say what?
Every 10 years, I check in on you.
Yeah. You're still okay. I'm doing okay, right?
Yeah.
Dude, so Randy, I want to start off. I've told you this before, man, and I am so proud of you. And the reason I'm proud of you is because you started something that out of your love. And I want you to tell a little bit about that story. How did that get going? And what exactly is it that you do?
Well, thank you, bro. I appreciate that, man. Dude, what I do is what we have now is a website and a store, manofactionfigures.com. We sell toys, collectibles, replicas, weapon replicas, helmet replicas, just all types of collectibles.
And how did you get that started, man? Did it start in your room?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it started when I was a little kid, with like one, these guys. So I used to
Snake Eyes and stuff.
Yeah, I used to buy and collect all these guys when I was a kid. Save my my ice cream money. I went to the supermarket, go through that aisle, and just buy one. And that was just a hobby of mine. And I stuck to G.I. Joe because we didn't have a ton of money, and I knew I had to put my resources in one basket, and it was me.
Yeah.
So I love to collect those, and then I stopped. My mom gave them away to some little cousin or something, or those stories how they go. And later, as a young adult, I started to buy them again with the eBay. It was Because when we were young, dude, you had to get the stuff at the store or a convention. You know, now it's kind of easy, dude. If you have the money, you go and you buy it online, right?
Dude,
Yeah.
it's too easy, man. Right? It's not. You don't get the thrill of the hunt as much.
Exactly. So at some point, I started buying them just to have them, you know, sitting on a shelf somewhere. And I came on some circumstances where I had to get rid of them because I needed money. So I started reselling what I bought on eBay, and I ended up doing pretty good. I was like, wow, this is pretty good. And then in lots. I would even am I still there?
Yeah, you just broke up a little bit. You're good.
I would even buy some to repair, and it kind of became like a side hobby, dude. I just started buying and selling and buying. I would even go buy stuff in the stores that was exclusive stuff and sell them to people overseas that couldn't get that exclusive. Things like that. I just started kind of doing little hustles like that, and then I got an account with like a major company that I shouldn't have had because I didn't really have my business going. I shouldn't be saying that probably. And then I started with that a little bit, and something led to another. I didn't really like my job that much. I ended up quitting that job, coming in full time, and then my wife come and help me, and then you know it kind of evolved into where I am today.
Dude, and you got a website, and
I love that song, by the way.
that was Radio Gaga. I love Radio Gaga too, bro. Radio Goo Goo.
My bad.
Gaga. Anyway, dude,
Okay.
so you made it huge, man. It's crazy what you created with that. I've gone to your website, and the amount of variety that you have on your website is crazy.
Yeah, I'm even shocked sometimes how much crap.
So you're saying you do that full time now? You just focus on the website and just focus on, I guess, stocking up your inventory, getting the newest toys out there.
Yeah, it's been 12 years since I did that.
Yes, it's like an online KB Toys, you know?
Yeah, old school. But we have a store that you could physically walk into too.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
We're way down south by the Keg South, if anybody's familiar with the area.
Nice.
And, which is cool because there's not that many toy stores around anymore today.
Yeah.
Like, young. I don't know. How old are you, Javi?
I'm 29.
Okay, but you remember KB Toy Store, right? Well, you have
Yeah.
Toys R Us, of course.
Yeah, Toys R Us. Yeah, KB Toys. Yeah.
Bro, you remember we also had like Lino Play World. And did you ever go to a place called probably not because you're from Hialeah like me, but there was a place, Villa Clara, out in like I think that's like in Little Havana area. They had
that sounds familiar, man. The name sounds familiar.
Yeah. But Sears, JCPenney, all those places had a badass toy section back in the day.
Oh, dude, Sears was. I used to love Sears. What did I use Sears for? Oh, the Atari games. That's where I would get all my Atari games. Was at Sears. But,
yeah, good shit, man. Exclusives and everything.
Yeah, Lino Play World was the shit too, bro. People don't remember Lino Play World, man. It was like the forerunner, the forebearer to Toys R Us, right?
What's up, Laz? That's my boy Laz there.
What's up, Laz? Dude, so you made this and you sell. Dude, you got so much. You got the big exclusives. You got the big. What are the different statues that you sell? And you sell the NECAs. You sell the Redmen. You know, action figures. You even sell wrestling belts.
Yeah, we kind of got out of that a little bit, but yeah, we used to do a lot with the belts and masks, sideshow, premium format statues, hot toys. So what we had to do after a certain amount of time, you know, we really can't compete with like back in the day Toys R Us. Obviously, we can't compete with Walmart or Target. You know, their toy sections. So we can't really carry what they carry because why would anybody come buy that from me for more, you know?
Right.
So we focus on like specialty stuff that you are most likely not going to find in Toys R Target or Walmart. and a lot of it is higher end stuff or more, adult collectible stuff. So it's more expensive, but that's the only reason we can have the store that we have is because it's not, you can't walk into one of those stores and buy it.
Got you.
It's like a specialty.
What's your biggest sellers?
Well, that's funny because one of the things we sell the most is something that's out there. Like you could find it anywhere. Is the pops, dude. We sell like in
The pops, man.
That's what we sell the most of because everybody can buy a pop, right? It's like $10 or whatever, But besides that, probably Hot Toys is one of the things we sell the most, which are really detailed 1/6 scale figures, about 12 inches tall.
You want to tell the people where you're sitting?
I'm sitting in my like man cave room here that I have like a little studio and I do my my show from.
Dude,
there's like
I've been there, man. That place is massive.
There's a lot of
that's it's almost like a freaking store, his man cave.
I don't know if I could let me see.
Dude, it's just massive and it's all
whoa.
It's just like all that's all like freaking figures in there, and it's just
you should put them like widescreen. Zoom in.
Oh
yeah.
Dude, it's just massive, dude.
The Coach Vic #7, he says, I thought it was a store.
Dude, it's crazy, man.
I thought about going to the store and doing it, but with all this stuff going on, I didn't want to have to go.
Yeah.
No, I got you, dude. Your man cave's impressive enough. How many pops do you think you got in that room?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's your favorite pop? Like, what do you like collecting the most?
I have some of my favorites here. Real quick, they're not the stuff I like is not always the rarest or most expensive. It's just stuff.
I
loved these Miami Vice ones that they put out recently.
Oh yeah, the Crockett and Tubbs.
Yeah, I like the artwork on them. My boy Luciano picked up that exclusive for me. That was one of my favorite basketball players back in the day.
Oh, Kemp? Yeah, dude, he was a badass.
Yeah.
Tupac.
Nice, that's cool.
Javi, he's got so many pops in that room, bro. Oh,
that's yes, I was looking to get that one.
This one is cool because he's got like the burning guitar.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Is it attached to the pop?
No, I think it's like a little separate. It's a little separate thing.
Oh man, that's cool.
Yeah. This is one of the worst pops in my collection.
I agree with you, bro. This just sucks.
A little more music here. This is from the Unplugged.
Oh, sweet.
That's cool, man.
Hey, I want to ask you a question that I asked you once.
Oh, that's badass.
Answer. Oh, Neil.
Go ahead, bro.
Dude, when we caught up a few years back and we started talking about your store and all that, of course we hadn't been in touch for a few years. How and I asked you a question and I just want to, how did that affect your collecting, bro? Opening up that store. You told me a specific thing.
It's like a Tony Montana thing you got to keep in mind. I think is what I told you, probably, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, you got to try not to get high off your own supply.
Yeah.
And man, for a while that was really hard because for a while everything I was buying was all right, I'll just keep one for me. I'll just keep one away from me. Sell those. And then after a while I have all this crap everywhere. And then I'm like, man, there's a lot of money sitting there that I'm putting into a closet.
Yeah.
I'm not enjoying it. I got to sell all that, to keep the money going. If not, you can't keep one of everything because it's inventory.
Yeah,
Is that something like that?
It was that, and it was also like I told you that I was into the comic books, and comic books are a different kind of a collectible because you were saying, you told me about the statues. You get a statue in a year.
It's an investment too. Some of them.
It is an investment, but they always coming up with a nicer one. You know what I'm saying?
I would never go crazy and pay the crazy price, that sometimes they get up to, so like say, say this pop is, $500 now. Funko.
Yeah.
That's a bad one though, Randy. Let me see that one.
That's a cool one. I brought it because you told me put some.
Oh shit, Roddy Piper, dude, how badass in his kilt.
Yeah. So, the manufacturers know when that piece is going for a lot of money on the secondary value, they want some of that cake too. So they're gonna put out another version. Maybe he's wearing a different T-shirt or the statue's paint variant or whatever. So yeah, never go crazy, man. The best thing is to pre-order or get it early, and then if you miss the boat and that thing's super pricey, just wait for the variant or the new pose or whatever. Dude, I wanted to say this guy Immortal B, yeah, bro. If anybody saw that Post Malone's Nirvana concert, that shit was badass, dude. I'm not a real big fan of Post Malone, but that guy's like a real musician. He did like a tribute. You guys heard of that or saw it?
Yeah, I saw it. I saw like 30 minutes of it. They had Travis Barker on the drums.
Yeah.
Yep. And I was waiting. I was like, oh, when are they gonna play some Blink-182 songs? Come on.
Where was that, on YouTube?
It was a live stream on YouTube that they did, I think, or like Facebook, all across social media.
Yeah, but look, it's you get into the one, dude. Like, you don't want to. FOMO's a real thing, dude. As far as that collecting, like some of those statues are freaking gorgeous, and it's hard not to control yourself. It's the same thing with comic books, man.
It's the same thing with comics, yeah.
Except they're not bringing up a new Fantastic 448. You got to get the original one. You can't. The reprint ain't gonna rise in price the way the original one does.
It does sometimes, though, right? Sometimes a second print can become pretty good, or no?
It can, and the variants. Right now it's variants with the new comics that people go crazy on, dude. But it's a little different than the toys. So, do you still collect?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's never gonna stop. Now, here's what happens with me though. I buy so much crap that then I'll be like,
I love Randy, bro. It's all crap.
Well, it's.
I know, dude. It's cool.
No, it's not really crap. It's just that's how I refer to it.
Yeah.
But then I'll switch up. What I'm buying for. I'll be like, all right, I don't want that anymore. What up, Big G?
Connie.
So then I'll get rid of stuff, and then get other stuff, and it becomes cyclical, sometimes.
What are you into now? What's got your eye now you collect?
I had some stuff in my cart today somewhere. What the hell was it? I'm big into bobbleheads. I got like a ton of bobbleheads. I slowed down on that. I have a lot of pops, not that I'm really like actively after them, but I work around them, and those I do see sometimes, and I'm like, all right, I want one, and then like this happens.
Dude, what did your wife think of this, bro?
She saw the whole thing happen, pretty much. So she's used to it. It's annoying when there's too much stuff around, because it just takes up space and it's just messy. The boxes, I don't throw any boxes or anything like that. So, but she's as cool as you can be with it, I guess, man. We make a living off it too, so it's not like. Yeah,
it's gotta be good. What's up, man?
I always say I could sell this stuff at any moment. Don't worry. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah. You could get, you have a whole room full of investment, if you will,
Yeah, I could get rid of it. Dude, that curtain behind you looks like some type of portal or something that you're.
Yeah, I got to get, I'm trying to, that's temporary, I'm trying to put comic book shelves right there for now.
Oh, I like it. It's cool.
I know Bubs Comics was mentioning it earlier in the chat. Yeah, I don't throw boxes away either. I'm the same.
Dude, were you always like that though? Or was that after? Or did, when you first got into, I was always playing with my toys and taking shit out. And even after I knew the boxes were important, it's hard not to take them out of the freaking package, man.
No, I know. I always open them. But look, I told you what I was into.
I
always kept these, bro.
Oh, I used to have that. You cut them out?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Off the back of them, dude.
I always kept the file cards for my G.I. Joes. So not necessarily the packages and
Mhm.
stuff. But I did keep those, and then when I got older, I started keeping the package. But no, as a kid, no man, you would rip into that and
Yeah, and
You're great.
play it, break it, lose parts. You would mix things together, mash things up.
bury
Hey,
them in the
Randy,
backyard.
did you notice my shirt, baby? I figured this is the only time I'm gonna be on with another Hialeah tea bread, so I wore my tea bread shirt.
That's a badass shirt, bro. I have like a gray one, but I like that one, dude. Where'd you get that?
I think at the Hialeah Target. I think they sell them there. All right, that's going off. Hey man, so you also have another another YouTube channel. You want to talk a little bit about that? What's it called?
Young Bucks, Old Goats. So I work with toys. I do some videos for the toys on that YouTube. So I wanted to do something separate away from the toys and to hang out with some friends and talk a little bit. So we started doing that last year. We're like on episode 32. You've been on there a few times with me. I can always count on you to come and talk some shit about sports with me or whatever. So that's cool. So it's just basically some of my interests outside of here. We talk about sports, movies, conspiracies sometimes, stuff like that.
Dude,
So
did you see that
goats.
did you see the video that came out recently about the UFOs?
Oh, I heard about that. I didn't see the video, but I heard about that.
Dude, the only thing that's Jonas, one of my podcast mates there. We've seen the video before. It's been out. It's just now that they like confirmed that it was real. But dude, the footage looks like it's from 1932, which is the part that's kind of whack. I wish it would have been something a little more clear. And it's funny they did it now during this pandemic where like nobody's really paying attention to anything in the news except coronavirus news.
Mm-hmm.
And you think that's the reason they did that?
I don't know.
Who knows?
I know you love to talk conspiracy, but growing up, I remember. You remember this old show called "In Search of" with Leonard Nimoy? Did you ever watch that? In
No.
Search of, dude, and that's what piqued my interest. And this show was like in search of Bigfoot, in search of UFOs, and it was like a half-hour show, dude. And this show was just creepy. What's up, Seth? What's up, man? How you doing, brother? Oh.
Yeah, he says he showed up.
Yeah, bro. Today, dude. Sorry, Randy. This guy, Mancave, sent him an amazing okay, right? So in the middle of the show, Matt started asking Mancave, "Hey, man, so how did you start collecting and all this?" And I'm in the chat. And I put in, bro, I guess you don't watch Inquiring Minds. He was on a couple of weeks ago. And that's what, dude, awesome, man. Funny as hell, man. And now he's here.
That's on fire, bro.
Dude, that's hilarious, bro. That is crazy. So, yeah, man, In Search of, it was a super creepy show. And that got my peaked interest. And like now you do your show and you've done quite a few on the conspiracies and all that. How much conspiracy do you believe, bro? Because you can't believe, not that you believe in them. I know it's a great topic to talk about, but what about all these people that they believe every conspiracy?
Oh man, you have to. Those are the lizard people that you're talking about. Yeah, they think lizard people are running. You gotta like do your own research. Do the sniff test.
Yeah.
Because. Dude, the JFK one, we know something weird. There's weird shit there, right? Like,
Yeah, I agree.
There's just weird shit. So,
So how do you feel about that UFO? Do you think it's real? Or like you said, they just released it now while everybody's looking the other way? What do you think?
I think that it's real because why would the military say it's real if it isn't? Unless there's something that comes out down the road that makes us think, oh, that's why they said that. But maybe it's not an alien, dude. Maybe somebody else, some other country has some super advanced aircraft that we don't have, and then we happen to catch it on video.
I was reading what they said that it could have been a drone, but were there drones like in 2005 that could, do those moves?
They would know, bro.
And they who knows, man.
Look at Jonas Flatter.
I gotta flat Earth. I gotta see the video.
Why, bro? Why? Why the flat Earth?
You believe that one?
No, but what?
Yeah, of course not, bro.
But that's what I always ask them. I'm like, okay, why? How does it benefit them to tell us that the Earth is flat? And how easy would it be to disprove, right?
But Randy, how can that one and Javi? How can flat Earth people still be believing that?
Because it's like they just want to be opposite, They don't want to be told what to think.
Yeah, but dude, it's just people being knuckleheads. Just go. It's like what you say. It's just people going against the grain.
Yeah, that's what to some extent.
The hardcore people will tell you that there's something with the curvature of the Earth and how do warships fire off missiles to hit targets that are far away if you have a certain curvature every mile, and they can hit targets and but it'd be real easy to disprove, dude. Flat Earth cruise. We're gonna start here and we're gonna go follow your GPS. We're gonna go out to where you say is the end, that is an ice cap or whatever, and no, we're just gonna get to Japan.
Yeah, just gonna keep going.
Wait, what did I say? Because they're still looking to get to the end of the Earth and fall off. Perfect, dude. Like the space race. Some people think that's BS. Yeah, there's a ton of them, bro. What's up, Knights? Yeah, surprisingly stupid.
The space is weird too.
Space is weird too. They always say that there's no pictures of satellites in space. The only pictures you see of satellites in space are artist renditions.
That's a good point, Seven.
So how do we know there's satellites in space?
This is kind of cool. This is kind of cool, man. Look at the chat, bro, because we usually don't talk about this stuff, right? And look at everybody has their own opinion, bro.
There's a documentary on Netflix that focuses on flat earthers. It's fantastic. Especially if you make it a drinking game. That last comment, the last sentence makes it best comment of the stream so far, Backseat Driver.
Dude, that's crazy, dude. All right, man.
What's funny about that comment is one of these pretty famous flat earthers was strapping himself to a rocket, and he had done it a few times, and he was going further and further away to try to prove that the Earth was flat. One of the last times, his parachute flew one way, his rocket flew another way, and he flew another way.
What?
Yeah, he died, dude. They put it out on YouTube or something. The rocket took off, his parachute flew off, the rocket went another way, and then you see him just land.
Dude, look at Seven, dude. I mean, dude, I don't.
We all read comic books, like we're all heavy into the science fiction, even with some of the TV shows and movies that we watch. So it's like
we want to believe, right?
Exactly, we want to believe, and it's always interesting to see how far can we push the envelope, like how much can we question,
Isn't it funner, right? If we have some aliens or
Hey, talking about that show In Search Of, I remember seeing that, and then I started reading books, the skunk ape from Florida. Then it's all these different the Sasquatch, it's the abominable snowman. Dude, I would love for that shit to be real, bro. You know the video where Sasquatch is walking and they've kind of disproved that, that it was a guy or whatever. I still believe that was a real Bigfoot, 99%. I just would love to see a Bigfoot, man.
There's people who believe, dude. Jose Canseco, remember him? He still believes that there's Bigfoot out there and stuff like that, and aliens. And
he's into this too? He's into all that?
Yeah, he's completely crazy. Yeah.
It was the roids?
Who knows? He believes in all kind of crazy shit.
Type in Neil Adams growing Earth on YouTube. It's pretty
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that.
Is that the Neil Adams? Atlantis.
Yeah,
Oh, that's a real interesting one. Atlantis. Mr. Gretzky brings up.
Dude, Mastodon Donnie. I don't want to get into that one, man, because I just don't. That one just pisses me off. That people try to denounce that, and I just don't. I don't want to get into that one, dude. Because that one really pisses me off. The other one that pisses me off is Sandy Hook.
Yeah, Alex Jones got into that. That's just fucking crazy. He admitted later that he was just insane. Dude. Some people just want to get a rise or get a little attention saying crazy shit. You know?
Dude, but that guy really pissed me off, man. And I don't want to get into that. Atlantis is real. Carrying a baby on his shoulders. Yeah, look, nice.
That was baby Hialeah. He wants to believe.
Hey, look, yeah, he says it's the real Neil Adams.
That's great. That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, but you know what? You just brought up a good point, man. I think it's just people wanting attention, right?
Yeah.
Become famous. Some of it.
Yeah, bro. I mean, dude, you say some ridiculous shit, people are gonna start at least looking at it. You know. What are some of the most popular viral things we see online? You know, it's like, you know, some ignorant shit that we see, you know, some type of fight, you know, like some world star hip hop shit, you know, that those things that people love. It's like car accidents. You know?
The thing today, man, a lot of that shit could get faked so easy. You know, it's hard to believe. You know,
it could be set up.
Big question. Do you think the Avengers should have gone back in time and killed baby Thanos? That's a tough question, man.
Wasn't that proven in Cosmic Ghost Rider went back into the feature. He got the little baby Thanos, but he couldn't do it, right?
He couldn't do it. Cosmic Ghost Rider couldn't do it. But would you be able to do it? That's the question. That's the big question. Rick says yes.
Dude, I don't know if I'll be able to do it either. Yeah, COVID deniers all over the town here. So Randy, you're also. Were you ever into comics, man?
Into comics?
Yeah.
Not big time, bro, but I brought. It's nothing like what people bring to your show. I brought some that I have and that I like, and I'm gonna send you some of these, bro, so you can give out to your boys. This is my favorite because it has my store logo on it.
Hey, that's cool, man.
Oh shit! So that's exclusive?
Yeah, this was a pretty cool exclusive they did a few years ago when they launched this Godzilla book. Well, I didn't have a storefront at the time. If not, like my actual store, a picture of my store would have been drawn on there. So like you had to buy a certain amount of copies, and they let you do that. I'll send you some so you can give one to Javi and some of your boys.
Awesome, man. Thank you.
Yeah, it was cool.
That's from what, a few years ago, you said?
This is.
I remember getting the Tate's one of that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. 2011.
Yeah. Gojira.
Let me see what I can show you. That might be.
Oh, you're good, Mastodon.
Lantern, dude, that's one of my. I think that's Kilowog's first appearance.
Oh, nice. You got that framed?
So that again. So leave it up there. Leave it up there.
Set them up. I have a lot of these Kingdom Come ones just because I love Alex Ross's artwork.
Oh, dude, everybody loves Alex Ross, man.
You guys ever read that book?
I have never.
I've never read it.
Javi, are you mostly Marvel too? I know.
Yeah, I'm mostly Marvel. I dabble in DC though. I know that Kingdom Come book is really good.
I think Alex Ross did that one too.
Yeah.
Dude, look at you. I'm impressed, Randy.
And this I have the whole run.
Nice.
And I saw the movie, and it was out like when I started my business, and I had to go back and read the book. That movie's underrated, man.
I gotta see. To tell you the truth, I gotta see it again.
Me too, man. I gotta see it again and just immerse myself in it.
It's pretty good, man.
Oh, that's a badass cover.
This is an exclusive, like a retailer variant, and I love that story, the Blackest Night storyline. Also, because I read that when I was starting my business, and I had to get a little flavor for the comics
Nice.
that were
What do
out.
you got those? You got those like in frames?
Yeah, this is like a plastic that can open, and you put the comic in the middle. We used to sell these. I don't know if we still have them. This one, my boy gave me. Rest in peace, my boy Leandro from Argentina, and I like because the title's in Spanish.
Yeah, I see that.
Oh yeah.
Noche más oscura.
Yeah, it's a variant of the other cover I showed you earlier.
Yeah, it's got the rings on it and everything.
Yeah.
Cool.
Let me see if I show you one more, and then
Those were before CGC cases. Wow.
I don't know what. Who makes these? Let's see. You guys are more interested in the cases. They're CW comic book showcase is what it's called.
That's cool, dude.
They're cool to hang them on your wall or whatever. And
Dude, I can tell you have a love for the G.I. Joe, man.
Oh yeah, dude. That's like my favorite. You want more books, or should we stop?
Whatever you like, man. Show whatever you want. This is your show.
Let's see what I have here. No, whenever somebody trades me in old shit, I just keep it because I look at it and it's kind of cool. You know, like that's.
You take trades?
I try not to with comic books.
Oh, nice. Those are cool.
Sometimes.
Nice.
I just like the cover on some of these. They're not necessarily valuable.
What number is that? That's 2.
That's number 2.
Yeah, that's a good cover, man. Look at you, bro, with the comic books. I wasn't expecting this many comic books.
I have a lot of these older Green Lantern ones. I got a 15 center.
Damn.
Nice.
Oh, Vincent Price on the cover.
Oh, that's a nice book right there.
Damn, man.
That's a biggie book right there.
I'm freaking impressed.
Last one right there.
Nice.
All right.
I'm freaking impressed, bro.
So I have a little bit. It's not my thing. I sometimes I start buying and then I don't read them and then I stop. But some of those old ones I'll probably just keep.
Dude, do your kids think they live in a freaking toy store?
I don't know what they think, dude. It must be very weird, but it's normal to them. So like, but my kid is into things that are like he's not really that into the things that we have. You know, he's a Lego freak, dude. That's his thing, bro.
Wow.
Yeah.
And your daughter?
My daughter's like a little adult, dude. She's so weird. She's 4, but like she just wants to be around people and talking and pretending to be big. She has her little dolls and all that, but she's not that into toys, you know. She's more like wants to be hanging out and talking to people.
Dude, something else you're big into is football.
Oh yeah. Big time, bro. One of my
How are you I know how you feel about Tua in the draft. Yeah. We did a show on your channel.
I did. It was not very popular. I got a lot of dislikes, but you know what?
Really?
Yeah, everybody's not always gonna agree with you. That's fine, dude. I felt inclined to say it.
You're just you know what it is, bro? You've been hurt so much by the Dolphins that you're just already expecting the worst. Kind of like me with the Raiders. I just, they're not gonna get over the hump. It's just not gonna happen. So you got no hope.
Could you blame me?
No, I can't blame you, bro. So you want to say what it is that you said that got everybody so pissed off, or
About Tua,
yeah, about Tua?
I just kind of did like an analysis of 5 major things that I thought, he had to overcome, which means I'm not. I think it's gonna be too much, but one, and you could check out the episode to see it in detail, but I went real in detail. One, like Saban doesn't really make a lot of NFL quarterbacks. He just doesn't produce. The best quarterback he's ever produced was Tony Banks. That's it.
And he was nothing.
Yeah, Alabama, you got to go back to the 60s to find good NFL caliber quarterbacks like
Stabler.
Namath, Stabler, Bart Starr, but you got to go back to the 60s, dude. Like when you were a baby, Hialeah. That's how far back.
Shut up, dude.
Right?
Why does everybody get on me, bro? You're the one with the white beard, dude.
And next is the Dolphins don't draft quarterbacks. He's got to overcome that. And next is he's a lefty. There's not that many good lefties. And next is he's got the injury label on him. He's got to shed that. So, like, dude, that's a lot of stuff. You got to shed.
Yeah, look at Donnie, the Mastodon. That's all right. I'm a Browns fan, so I know that pain well.
Bro, one day you guys are going to get a logo.
All right, Donnie. I guess you know what he means, bro. If everybody's not a football fan, they don't understand that one, but that was good. So you do have some hope, huh?
For the Dolphins? Hey, man, they got a lot of picks next year, man. So they got to do something with that, too. I don't know, man. I'm not happy with the draft this year.
Hey,
we'll see.
Why did you get into YouTube, man? Is it because of the store and?
Yeah, I just needed to do something separate from that, So I live in the Redland area, which is close to the store. So I'm kind of out here. And at the beginning, it was a way to hang out with a few friends here and then to do something together. And then just like kind of like a place to blow some steam. And, for fun, dude. Just to have an outlet to do something creative outside of work.
And you're having fun?
Oh, yeah, man. I love it, dude. I mean, we've done like a bunch of shows together and we always have a good time. It's fun, man.
The shows are always a freaking blast. I look forward to it whenever I'm on. Guys, if you want to check out that show, it comes on at what time? What day?
I'm usually on Saturday nights at 10:30 p.m. when I do a live like this. But, I do pre-recorded stuff too. So I'm looking to do like a couple different things. I want to interview more people. I want to do the live maybe once every other week. I just want to mix it up.
Because you got, like I mentioned at the beginning of the show, you got your Man of Action figures, which is mainly showcasing the store and your products, correct?
Yes. Some statue reviews sometimes. I haven't done one in a while, but like every 2 weeks or so, I'll do a video of everything that came in so people can actually see it.
And then you got your old young Bucks, old goats.
Yeah.
And that's where you do all your conspiracy. Well, you do. It's not just conspiracy, man. I don't want to put that out there.
A lot of sports. There's some conspiracy stuff. But we did wacky stuff, like a lot of movie stuff. We did like a Wild West episode.
Dude, those were excellent, man. You did the Tarantinos.
Yeah.
You did the Tarantino movies. You just recently had an interview with I forget the guy's name, dude. That interview, I saw the whole show. It was great.
My boy Chris.
With Chris.
Yeah.
Chris, dude, that was a super great show. You got Gio on.
Yeah, shout out to Chris. He has his own podcast, Talking Trash Can Podcast. I'll give him a little plug.
I actually looked it up after the show too, and I saw a few of those.
Yeah. So let's cross subscribe. Let's help each other out. Let's get some.
Everybody that watches this, I put the I put all his info, the channels in the description, so you can check it out. I like watching it. Super entertaining. You used to be on with a couple other guys, but now you're mixing it up. You're getting different guests on, like myself. Who's
top 5 of people. I was counting the other day. You've been like 7 times. I think you've been on.
Nice. Really?
Yeah, because we did all those football ones, the Super Bowl history ones. So that was like 2 episodes. Then you're like my NFL guy. We did that free agency one, the draft one. did a couple of those coronavirus ones.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. We talked about coronavirus and how it's affecting everything. Yeah, it's not just comic book stuff. We're not talking collectibles on those shows. So it's a lot. It's a lot of fun. I just did a show with on Life with Two YouTubers.
I saw it.
And dude, it was nice talking about other stuff, and
Yeah, that was awesome.
it was great. I was thinking about that show for like 3 or 4 days afterwards. Because it was just, you know what? I was on with Jay Hood on a different channel, and I don't know if Coach Vic is still in here. And before it went on, Coach Vic, he'd send me a text. Hey, is it okay to ask you about the Mariel boat lift? And I just thought it was to me, it was funny. I go, yeah, man, it's not a problem. But Randy, you actually lived the Mariel boat lift. I got
lifted on the Mariel boats myself. Yeah. As a 3-year-old.
As a 3-year-old?
Yeah.
So you don't remember that, huh?
No, only stories that I've heard. And I'm actually, dude, my mom was here for this whole coronavirus thing for like 40 days with me until finally she couldn't take it anymore and she had to go back home. But while she was here at the dinner table, sometimes we would start asking her and she would tell us the stories. And I was like, I've been wanting to do a podcast in Spanish. And I said, man, I'm going to sit my mom down one day. That's probably the cheesiest thing you could do on your podcast, sit down with your mom. But the stories were so cool, and I hadn't heard a lot of them, that I was like, man, I'm going to interview her one day and have her tell me the whole story. So my dad had tried to escape like 4 times, unsuccessfully. And then when we left, they were throwing eggs at us, and like they made my parents leave all their money. Just a bunch of crap that they did to them, to make them feel bad when they were leaving. That I don't know if I could have done all that stuff. Coming to another country, not speaking the language with 3 little kids. Just all those sacrifices. You know what I'm talking about. I saw that show.
Did they tell you? Was it a stranger's boat, or was it family that came from here and went down to pick you guys up? Do you know that much?
Yeah, my aunt, who's hardcore, she came in the 60s. She actually, I don't even know why she had to do it this way. She hired a dude here, and she went on his boat with him over to get us and a bunch of other people too on that boat, which, a lot of the other people, no disrespect, but, there was a lot of, Marielitos they did have a lot of bad fame. They still do. Los Parceros kind of took away a little bit of their fame, and, they started getting the shit. But, for a long time, a lot of Marielitos were like looked down upon, or, oh, this is the crap from the prisons. But we were mixed in. My parents were hardworking people, but we were probably mixed in with like some not so great people there, in the same movement.
Well, that's where the whole Scarface thing came, right?
Yeah.
Tony Montana and the sanitarium. I said the sanitation, man.
Sanitation, not sanitary. Sanitation.
Yeah, dude, it was epic. Please watch that episode of Life with YouTubers. I did that show, man, and after the show, I think we ran a little long because I think she keeps it to like 30 minutes, and it went a little long. And even after that, like days later, I was like, bro, I should have brought this up. I should have said this. I should have said that. And I was beating myself up, man, because it was like, God, there was so much things that I could have said. And the thing it's hard, man. You start talking about all that stuff, and dude, it's difficult to talk about, bro. And and you don't want to be a Debbie Downer. And I don't want to take it into that direction either. But having you on here, Coach Vic brought it up 2 weeks ago, and then I'm like, okay, I know I didn't come. I was born here. But I saw the effect, and yeah, dude, people were mean to everybody that came down. It was like almost like a lesser person, lesser level of people, but they were still Cubans, and it's just crazy how people act towards other people, man. So I don't really want to I'm sorry I got into that, but I since I had you on, I wanted to ask, because you actually came on it, dude, and it's just, I'm
proud of it, dude. I'm proud of it, dude.
I'm proud of it too, bro. I'm proud of it too, and I don't want to. you know what? I didn't make this point. God, why am I going here? Okay, let me go. I made this. I didn't make this point. I don't want to make it feel like I'm thinking Cubans went through more than other people, bro. I'm just telling our story. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying. I'm not. I don't want to one up anybody, or I don't. I hope I don't come across that way because that's not my point.
No, not at all, man.
Things start getting to your head, and you start thinking, man, I hope I didn't come across this way, and hopefully nobody took it that way. I didn't hear anybody say it, but it's just something I wanted to say. Dude, I'm sorry. I took it somewhere I didn't want to go, but I went there, so.
Suffering or anything.
Yeah.
What is good to compare is when your AC broke for a day and it's the end of the world or something like, motherfucker, man, they don't got AC in a lot of places, you know? Just chill, dude. You're not going to die, you know? Just relax, you know? Like, we become little bitches sometimes. I hate to be.
I brought that point.
It's true.
I brought
it's
that
so
point.
It's very true.
Dude, and it's funny you brought up air conditioning because that's something I wanted to say in the freaking show afterward. Afterwards, that's one of the points I go, dude, there ain't no air conditioning. You're in a freaking tropical island. You think Florida's hot?
Mosquitoes everywhere.
Say what?
With mosquitoes everywhere.
Mosquitoes, dude, it's okay. All right. Dude, all right. We're almost at an hour. I didn't want to go there, dude. I wanted to keep the focus, but sorry.
Whatever, bro.
Yeah, it's all good, man. All right, man. I hope everybody understands what I'm talking about. But all right. Hey, you know what? I want you to do a show, man, because I want to be either hear it all in Spanish. I would love to hear your mom's stories because I love hearing, my aunts and uncles talk about everything. It's good to hear it, man. You want to know those stories before they're gone, So I would love to see that show if you ever do it. And if you ever do have a show on it, I would love to be on it myself again.
Yeah, we're going to do something. Remember, we talked about it. We're going to do something with John. So we're all like Cuban Americans just to talk about our parents and our life. The one with my mom, I thought about doing it with my dad too, to get the other side. I probably end up playing referee the whole time because they'd be arguing and stuff. So I don't know. Maybe I do like separate interviews and then I splice them together somehow so they're not in the same room. That's wrong. No, it's not like that, So.
Yeah, dude, they all get the details wrong, right? No pasó así, así no fue, coño. ¿Qué tú hablas?
That's how it would be if I had him in the same room, but we'll see. It'd be something cool to pass along too. You leave that behind for your kids and your grandkids or whatever. Here, wouldn't that be cool, dude? If you had a video of your grandfather or your great grandfather or some of your ancestors saying the story of how you got where you were.
Dude, that would be amazing. Just to hear their voices, man.
Yeah.
I don't even care what they're talking about. I just want to hear their voice. Like I used to have a cassette and it had a little recording of my grandfather, dude. And I regret, I don't know. I had it forever and then it just disappeared. And I would love to hear my grandfather again. So yeah, dude, that'll be great. But Randy, I just want to tell you, thank you for coming on. I hope you guys enjoyed this. It's a little different. It's not all comics. It's a little bit more stuff. And this is Randy, Man of Action Figures, Young Bucks, Old Goats. In the description, Javi put it in the links in it for his channel and his store. Dude, thank you for coming on. And I gotta say, man, you could count on me anytime you need somebody just to. I'll talk anything. I could talk anything, and I'll just put in my 2 cents while I don't even need to know about the subject. I'll just say whatever.
I know, and I've taken you up on that offer a few times. Thanks for inviting me, guys. Thank you, Javi.
Yeah, man. Thank you for being on here. Awesome room, awesome collection, man. I have the link to your store now, and I'm subscribed to your channels now. So
thank you, bro.
Awesome. Everybody, go sub up Man of Action. Go sub up his other YouTube channel, Young Bucks, Old Goats. All the link descriptions are in Hialeah's video description. Make sure you go check that out.
Yeah, dude. Hey, sub them up, guys, man. It's good stuff, bro. It'll make you think about other stuff besides comics and whatnot. But dude, Randy, thank you. Anytime you need me, brother. I know you said that you don't like bothering me, dude, but dude, bother me. This is a blast. It's always a blast hanging out with you, bro. And I'm really happy that we've reconnected after all these years, dude.
For sure. And if you can't do it, you could say no. You know that too.
I know that too. But thank you everyone for stopping by. As always, everybody that showed up, man. Too many people to say in the man. Thank you for the chat, guys. You really kept moving
lit, bro.
What happened?
The chat was on fire, dude.
Yeah. Dude, it was fun. It was a lot of fun, dude. It always is, bro. I love doing this. I look forward to it. You guys, bro. Every Wednesday morning, I already get like itchy. Okay, it's coming. We're gonna have another. I can't wait. You know. Every Wednesday, dude.
Before we sign off, I'm just gonna show you a couple of items I had here because I had a shitload of stuff.
Oh
here.
yeah, man. Let's do it. Go for it.
Yeah, man. We got time.
We got time, dude. Oh shit, that's the big. Oh my god, have you been watching that, The Last Dance?
Yeah, that's awesome. I've been thinking of maybe talking about that on one of my shows.
Dude, it's been great.
Nice. Oh, that's awesome.
That's the Michael Keaton?
Yeah.
Sweet. Oh shit, and the Impala, bro. How badass.
That's a human-sized pop. That's what Baby says.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that is.
Dude, you guys can find this all on the website, Mad of Action Figures. And there's a lot more, bro.
What else? I'll show you just to. This is some of the stuff that got me started.
Oh shit. That's an original one?
Yeah, that's original.
Oh fuck. Randy, those are originals?
Yes, they are.
Wow.
And I even really got into it. I started buying ones from like around the world and shit. Those are Japanese.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then I buy any ridiculous thing. Like I saw your last episode with that guy who really likes DC, and he says they put that DC logo on a turd. I'll buy it. Put the G.I. Joe logo on things. I buy it.
Oh, but that's your personal collection, right?
My stuff, yeah. I showed you some of my stuff now.
Damn.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you, man. I really appreciate you bringing me on. Thank everybody on the chat. It was fucking awesome, man. I had a great time.
Awesome, man. It's long overdue. Guys, see you next week. We'll see who we got next week, guys. Be good and stay safe and love you guys. Be good. Thanks, Randy.
Everybody.